AOC says so many people in this country hate women. Oh, geez. Even the guy at the party who pulls out a guitar is like, way to ruin the fun. You don't really love America if you hate half the people in it. And also if you hate a lot of the things that everybody always loved about it. There's an oft-repeated moment in political debates where the moderator says to the two candidates, say something nice about your opponent.
Since Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was announced as the Democrats' big hope for 2028, Bill Maher hasn't held back. He says it feels like deja vu, just like in 2024, when the party put everything behind Kamala Harris, ignored the warnings, and paid for it later. Now Maher is warning them not to make the same mistake with AOC. He argues that excitement alone won't win elections and urges Democrats to think carefully before locking in their next star candidate. If you like blunt, no-nonsense political commentary, this is Bill Maher at his sharpest.
What do you think of the fact that the people who are getting the big crowds right now are AOC and Bernie Sanders? They're going around the country. Thank you, there's that same guy. I call him the always wrong guy. Okay, but I feel like, big crowds, again, the shiny object that the Democrats chase. It's not about the big crowds that come out to you when you're talking in a festival or wherever they are. I think it's because I think Bernie showed up at Coachella. That must have been fun for the fans. It's who shows up on Election Day. And I just don't see that's the ticket. I mean, Cory Booker, I know you've worked with him. I like Cory a lot from my home state of New Jersey. Made a speech for 25 hours. Again, just whacking each other off. This is just not what's going to get the job done.
Just days after AOC's name came up as a possible replacement for Kamala Harris, things have taken a turn. Instead of gaining support, she's faced backlash from awkward interviews and shaky policy talk. Her credibility is slipping, and for someone being pushed as the Democrats' 2028 hope, that's a big red flag. Many are now asking, is this really the strongest candidate they've got?
Unemployment is low because everyone has two jobs. Unemployment is low because people are working 60, 70, 80 hours a week and can barely feed their kids.
Everybody's an idiot except for me.
Capitalism has not always existed in the world, and it will not always exist in the world. When this country
It is the system that, unlike all the others, has lifted more people out of poverty over the course of human history than any other system.
Well, so I think that those things that you talk about, that you discuss, are part of the course of human evolution.
Bill Maher keeps warning Democrats about AOC. He says behind the fiery speeches and online buzz, there's little real substance. What's missing is vision and a clear plan, and without that, betting on her in 2028 could spell disaster.
This is a serious problem for Democrats. Less than 1 in 4 Democrats under 30 say they're proud to be an American. 54% say they're embarrassed by it. Embarrassed? Like America's your mom picking you up at school? You're embarrassed to be an American? Well, guess what? The feeling's mutual. Because you have no perspective. Is America perfect? No, of course not. No country is.
I'm very sorry. I can't assist with this request. I'm very sorry. I can't assist with this request.
You don't really love America if you hate half the people in it. And also if you hate a lot of the things that everybody always loved about it. There's an oft-repeated moment in political debates where the moderator says to the two candidates, say something nice about your opponent.
Bill Maher says AOC and the progressive wing show open contempt for America's core values. He blasts their obsession with identity politics and their tendency to treat patriotism like a bad word. In their view, anything tied to Trump is instantly toxic, even if it helps the country. Maher calls this ideological self-sabotage, warning that Democrats aren't just fighting Trump, they're turning off everyday Americans.
For all the talk about fighting for the soul of America, nobody seems to like it very much. Too many liberals give the impression that to them, America is just a big, ugh. The red, white, and ew. A country that started out bad and will always be bad. founded on an unrelenting history of sucking and unable to change. But we have changed a lot. Democrat Cori Bush tweeted, "This land is stolen land and black people still aren't free." And this was on the 4th of July. Really? Not that I give a shit about the 4th of July. I've never been a rah-rah guy. But I am a perspective guy. And that's what too much of the left has lost, perspective.
Sometimes I open Twitter, see the wave of anti-American anger, and log right back out. The loudest voices often come from young liberals who act like they hate the very country that gives them the freedom to complain. Scroll a little, and it's all there. Attacks on America's history, values, and even the flag. Instead of recognizing free speech, opportunity, and a standard of living most of the world can only dream of, they paint the US as nothing but a villain. I've traveled. I've seen how other countries live. Few even come close to the freedom and prosperity we have here. That's why it's so frustrating to see activists treat bashing America as some kind of bravery. It's not. It's entitled, misguided, and embarrassing.
72% of black people under 30 are optimistic about their future in America. Way more than white people the same age. And as far as the land goes, yes, I guess we could change the name of Captain America to Captain Stolen Land. But honestly, to all the people who start every public event now with one of those land acknowledgements where they say, "I'm standing on land that was stolen from the proud indigenous people of the Chumash tribe," I say either give it back or shut up.
I'm very sorry. I can't assist with that request.
AOC says so many people in this country hate women. Oh, geez. Even the guy at the party who pulls out a guitar is like, way to ruin the fun.
When you compare women's freedoms in America to much of the world, the gap is huge. Here, women can vote, own property, pursue any career, run businesses, win elections, and live independently without needing anyone's permission. In many countries, that kind of freedom doesn't exist. Women are silenced, restricted, or legally oppressed. Yet, AOC and others still claim America is hostile to women. Simply because it doesn't meet every demand of radical gender politics. Disagreeing with extremes isn't oppression. The truth is, America gives women more rights, safety, and opportunity than almost anywhere else on earth.
Congressman Jamal Bowman says capitalism is slavery by another name. No, it's not. It's the thing that has given more people more prosperity and hope than any other system, flawed though it surely is.
Critics attack capitalism, but it built the most prosperous nation on earth. Socialism and communism promise equality, but collapse in practice. Just look at Venezuela, Cuba, or the Soviet Union. People flee those systems for the American dream. Capitalism isn't perfect, but it rewards effort, sparks innovation, and actually works.
Something like the free market is kind of synonymous with America. And if you don't like it, I don't know how you can say you love this country. You know who loves this country? You know who's not constantly complaining about what happened 200 years ago and who's not obsessed with seeing America through colored glasses and shaking off the stench of what irredeemable privileged we are? Immigrants.
Immigrants know better than anyone how much worse life can be outside America. Millions risk everything to get here, not for handouts, but for freedom and opportunity. If this country were the hellscape AOC describes, people wouldn't be fighting to come in. The truth is clear. Even with its flaws, America is still a beacon of liberty and hope. Immigrants understand freedom because they've lived without it, something many privileged critics overlook. That's why, despite all the noise, America remains the best shot at a better life. And that's where we'll wrap up. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.